back to Marcella's World. So this is our first video of our series From Survival to Savings, and we are going to get into what is a budget, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed the introduction to this series, Budgeting 101, in the overall series From Survival to Savings. And we are going to talk about today, what is a budget? Now, this is a very simple answer. Ultimately, it's a plan, okay? It's a plan for your money as soon as you get your money. It's a plan on what you're going to do with it, what categories you're going to put it in, what ways are you going to allocate it in a way that it serves you, opposed to just kind of mindlessly spending it. Now, a budget can come in different ways, just like a notebook, and then it is a version of the journal that we use from the book. And I've kind of laminated the two of them so that when I'm doing content for you guys, I'm able to use it, wipe it off. But anyway, so you can write it on a piece of paper. There are apps that you can use. You can do budgeting straight from a bank account. You know, you can have multiple accounts allocated for different things. But even if you do it that way, it's always best to kind of like write it down or either put it in the app to give you a general idea of what you're doing. Everything is so much better when you put it down, whether it be on paper or in your phone or whatever. Because if you don't, you just kind of like go off the top of the head and just kind of spend without thinking. You know, it's the biggest part of impulsive spending, has a lot to do with just not having a plan, not sticking to the plan. Okay, so what has inspired me to create From Survival to Savings is I have in my life never really been taught the importance of saving, personal finance, budgeting. But in my life, whether it be from having a low income job or whether it be from being in a circumstance where money was tight, I had to figure out how to make it so my money stretched. Because in my mind, in my life, me not having a place to stay was not an option. I came from a kind of troubled background where stability was a big, fear of mine. And I just never wanted my children to be afraid of having somewhere to live, which we'll learn later on that is kind of the root of a poverty mindset that I had. And that is something that we have to daily overcome, because that mindset is kind of the thing that keeps you broke. But either way, what it did was it helped me to be able to not only maintain my life, but give my life some sort of structure and move forward, to a point where I was able to leave out of a very long-term relationship and get my own place, get my own car, be able to maintain life on my own as a single parent. And I don't think that would have been able to happen if I didn't have some sort of a plan. But then also, I am in the banking industry. I'm in retail banking. And, I've learned from being in retail banking that there is a lot of people that really don't know about personal finance. They really don't know how to budget. They don't know how to write a check. They don't know how to write a deposit slip. It's a lot of things that, in lower income communities, we've never been taught. I include myself because I came up in a low income family, and my grandmother was older, very older, a senior, and she was on a fixed income. So, I was never really taught. But with me working in the industry, I see that it's such a big thing, when people come in and they just don't know about personal finance. So it has really birthed a passion in me to be able to help people from my community, from where I'm from, other areas, to learn about personal finance. And not just when it comes to adults with their From Survival to Savings journal, but also kids that have started and don't know exactly, they really don't teach finance in school. They really don't teach budgeting. So I really want to help, people from all areas, but specifically low income areas and specifically girls, because I am a girl, have always been a girl, and always gonna be a girl. So I felt like to start with my passion, I would start with the people who are just like me, and that is women and girls. So, but either way, that birthed a passion inside of me, and then I decided that I wanted to take a lot of the knowledge that I was gaining from budgeting and personal finance, and I wanted to give it a place so that I could share it with you guys. And I hope that everything that I've learned and that I'm able to teach you guys is beneficial to you and really can take you from survival to savings, because I want you to realize that budgeting is not just a rigid type of sit down and, oh my God, I gotta write a budget, da da da. No, I really want us to develop a self-care ritual of it. I want us to get in the mindset of believing that sitting down and budgeting is a part of self-care, a part of giving you peace, giving you direction. Like, I know that when I pay my bills and when I'm budgeting, it really does give me a peace of mind. It takes a bunch of the random stuff out of my head when I know what's going on. So I want you guys to have the same peace of mind too. And I hope that we evolve on this channel together, because I want us to go from all the way to the bare basics, which is budgeting itself, as far as what is it, and then I want us to move forward. And as we progress in this series, we're going to learn a lot of things that are in the survival to savings journal, which is what are fixed expenses, what are variable expenses, these different elements that will help you kind of have a general idea on what your bills are, what categories they could go in, so that you can make a system out of it to make things easier for yourself. So we're going to do this together. We're going to walk down this path together, and I'm excited to have all of you guys. If this information is beneficial to you, I really, really hope that you share it with another person, share it with somebody that really could benefit from it, just like you can. And I feel like we all are going to grow, and then we're going to literally merge from this survival mindset, and we are going to start going into a more abundant mindset, which is the savings part. And sometimes it is a slow process, but we're going to get there. And I plan on having lives every Friday, every 1st, 15th, and 30th of the month, so that we can budget our paychecks together. So if you guys enjoy this video, please comment down below and let me know if you already have a journal from survival to savings journal. If you do not, the link will be in the description below. And if you already have a budgeting system, I want you to leave that down in the comments below too, so we can all learn from each other. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much for all of your support. And I am looking forward to more videos. Make sure you guys check me out on TikTok, Marcella's World 5. And make sure you look me up on Instagram, Marcella's World 0605. And until next time, bye.